Welcome to Arizona Roundup with Stuart Rosebrook at Sharlot Hall Museum. My special guests today are Director of Development and Marketing, Sally Jackson, and Development and Membership Specialist, Amber Faith. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, it's great to have you here today, and it's a beautiful day here in Prescott, Arizona, as we are preparing for a special statue dedication this coming Saturday of Sharlot Hall, a statue, an original bronze by Heather Johnson Berry, that will be placed in our rose garden in a very special ceremony. You're all looking forward to seeing that this coming weekend?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be.
And it's going to be beautiful. She will be placed there for all to admire, and for generations. It's in a beautiful place in the Territorial Women's Memorial Rose Garden, and it's being placed just in time for our special guests who have bought tickets to come to Charlotte's Cellar, our annual fundraiser in our gardens and arboretum and our beautiful 4-acre campus here in downtown Prescott. Sally, you've been involved with this event for a number of years, and going back quite a few years, we're working into our second decade. Is that right?
I think we're getting close to that. During the COVID time, I'm not really sure how many we had I think we took a little break for a couple of years, but I don't know how many years. I know it started in 2013. I've been doing it. This will be my third or fourth, I'm not sure. And I know that it's changed what it looks like a little bit. The last few years, though, have been pretty consistent with a number of restaurants paired with specific wines. The last couple years, we added beer, and we added mead and mocktails.
Well, I think it's an event everyone looks forward to here in Prescott. It raises money for Sharlot Hall Museum. It is our big fundraiser. All the proceeds go to help support our mission of education and heritage and culture and our archives and the great work we do here in preserving and telling the story of Arizona history for present and future generations. Amber, is this your first Sharlot Cellar?
Yes, it is. I'm the newest hire here, so.
Right, and you are a development and membership specialist. You've been working very closely with Sally to make this event a success. Have you ever been to an event like this down in the valley? I know you lived in the Phoenix area for a while.
No, not like this. I've gone to a couple of. I've gone to a couple of food festivals before, but nothing where, we're pairing with wine or anything like that. So I'm very excited.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And so it takes a lot of work, a year's planning to put this event on. And it's something very unique for the Prescott area because we invite a series of chefs from our local restaurants and caterers and then to participate. And Sally, why don't you tell us a little bit about that process and who's coming this year? And then we have a sommelier who pairs wines with the chefs and their meals.
Right. So this year, the participating restaurants are the Palace Restaurant and Saloon, the Bistro at St. Michael's, El Gato Azul, Gingerly Catered, Shirley's Urban Eats, Triple Creek Kitchen and Spirits, Vincenzo's Authentic Italian Food, Russo's Cheesecake and Deli, Talking Rock, Pangea Bakery and Cafe. And then for additional drinks, those are all, the ones I named are all paired with the wine. But separately, we have Lazy G Brew House, and we have the Southwest Wine Center, Yavapai College, the program at Yavapai College.
Nice.
And we have Shake, Stir, and Pour mocktails and Superstition Meadery.
Yeah, I love some of those mocktails. Those are really tasty. And anyone who comes here and is enjoying a glass of wine, it's nice. We'll have water throughout the campus. Is that right?
Yep.
Plus, you can taste one of these mocktails. And it's really a remarkable evening because most of these events I've been to are usually held inside. And ours is designed to let people flow through the gardens and the grounds and our historic buildings. And you also are going to be walking through the gardens being entertained by some great jazz, some quiet jazz, and symphonic music, too. Is that right?
Right. We have a couple of musicians from the Arizona Philharmonic as well, and they'll be performing on the Fremont porch. And then at the amphitheater will be Carlos Jones and his trio.
Right. Really looking forward to that. It's very nice. So wherever you are on campus, there's usually music gliding through the trees, entertaining you, and kind of bringing that ambiance to a garden party amidst Charlotte's Garden and Arboretum. And Amber, have you been out there recently checking out the flowers to see what it's going to look like for this year's event?
Oh yeah, there's so many things in bloom right now. It's really looking beautiful out there.
Right.
Yeah.
What are your favorite flowers that are out in the garden that are getting blooming for this event?
Oh, I love the irises around the Fremont House. Those are just looking great. Purple's my favorite color too. So
I've seen the irises in different corners and nooks and crannies. That's the fun thing, is you're walking around the campus with a glass of wine and some tasty treats from one of these wonderful restaurants. You kind of see the museum differently between 4 and 7 at night. It's going to be May 16th, is that right?
Yep. Between 4 and 7. Gates open at 4. I've noticed a number of rose bushes are out also.
Oh, that's great. Now, this event doesn't happen by chance. We receive a lot of very good support from our community, and we have some sponsors who've helped underwrite this event for a number of years that really make this event happen and help us, give back to our community and help third graders come visit the museum on a regular basis.
Right. So Allen's Flowers, Arizona Cap Company, Blind Brothers Arizona, the Daily Courier, EMI Printworks, Findlay Toyota, Prescott, and this group of volunteers that we like to recognize from Fit Body Boot Camp. That's a local gym, but they come in a few hours before the event and help transport everything from the place where everything's organized that Amber is overseeing, and then get it out to all the different stations, and then they come back afterwards and help us clean up.
Oh, we're so lucky for these men and women around our community who volunteer at the museum. And we do have a lot of volunteers that also help us with the evening. Is that right?
Yeah, we have a whole, I'm not even sure of the number, but probably, I'm going to guess up to about 50 of our own volunteers who are helping to pour, or at the open, we have 3 gates open, our McCormick gate, our main gate, and our west gate. We have just set up, clean up. We have a few that are helping other of the vendors serve.
Well, it's what makes it an all-community event and something that people mark on their calendar year-round. We're going to take a quick break and thank some of our sponsors of this show, Arizona Roundup. We come back, we want to hear a little bit about what else people can experience at Sharlot Cellar this year and some of the special things they can take home with them if they win at the silent auction or raffle.
For nearly 100 years, the Sharlot Hall Museum has preserved our community's story, and over at Findlay Toyota, they believe in that same legacy of trust and reliability. That's why we're proud they support us here at the Sharlot Hall Museum. Just as Toyota has a long history of building vehicles you can depend on, Findlay is committed to our community's future. Go see their amazing selection of new and used Toyotas. Experience a legacy of quality for yourself. Findlay Toyota on Willow Creek Road in Prescott.
Since 1995, Helken & Horn Ad Agency has helped local businesses stand out and succeed. From print and radio to websites and social media, their talented team crafts your brand's message and offers a plan to get it out into the community. Want results backed by over 30 years of experience? Visit azadagency.com today. Helken & Horn, where their slogan is "Be Known."
Welcome back to Arizona Roundup with Stuart Rosebrook at Sharlot Hall Museum. My special guests today are Sally Jackson and Amber Faith, our dynamic duo from the marketing and development team. Sally's been directing this event, Sharlot Cellar, for the last, I think this is her 4th year. And it's a very special event here at Sharlot Hall. And it's been special since it started in around 2013 with the fact that inviting local restaurateurs to bring in their favorite food, their gourmet bites, pair them with a local sommelier who pairs the best wines with them, and people glide through our gardens and our in our arboretum, enjoying friendship and family, and celebrating Sharlot Hall Museum. And this year, we're going to have a really special evening. And Amber, you've been working with Sally the last couple of months on, we have a raffle and a silent auction. There have some similarities but difference. Why don't you tell people, if they come, what else they can expect to, put down some money on and help raise some money for the museum?
Yeah, absolutely. So I have been working very diligently on building our silent auction and Barrel of Chances raffles.
Barrel of Chances, that's what it's called. Like a barrel of monkeys, but a barrel of chances.
Right. Excuse me. So we'll have 11 great baskets for our Barrel of Chances, and I think we're sitting at 26 silent auction baskets from 50, with items from 57 businesses and individuals around town. And there's some really great stuff. So one of my, kind of favorite items that I'm excited about is a year-long membership at the Founding Fathers Collective 76 Speakeasy. This is
How about that?
Event, but Founding Fathers is a really great place to go if you're into craft cocktails. Definitely recommend the smoked old fashioned over there if you win this one. We also have some great experiences on the docket as well, including a night hike guided by Maria Eisnogel from the Highland Center. For people who are looking to get pampered, we have a great basket from Elements Massage that includes a nice throw blanket and some skincare, luxury skincare products, and a certificate for a free massage or facial.
So, and this is all happening on Saturday,
yes,
May 16th,
on Saturday,
from 4 to 7. Mm-hmm. And the tickets are still available at charlottehallmuseum.org, and I would say they're going fast. You should go online today to get those tickets so you can come in and learn and put your dollars down here to win one of these silent auction items. Tell me a little bit about the Barrel of Chances. Sally, did you come up with that last year? Is this new, or how did we come up with this idea?
Yeah, we wanted to address people who we're on more of a limited budget, so they buy raffle tickets in the number and the price range that they are comfortable with, and then they just drop those in the bucket or the jar that they're interested in, that basket, and then they have a chance of winning it.
That's good, and that's kind of fun. And there's, did you say 10 of those, 11 of those? 11 of those. Okay, that sounds great. And the fun thing about this is that as you enjoy your wine and your bites, you can come back and see how many tickets are in there. You can buy tickets all night. We'll have a schedule on when we start doing the drawings.
There's 3 drawings.
Okay.
Tonight, 5:30, 6, and 6:30. I want to mention one other really unique things that we have this year. Many people in our community know who Parker Anderson is.
Oh, yeah.
And so he has agreed to donate his voice to your cell phone voicemail, to be your greeting on your voicemail.
I love that. That's a fun one. It's really being creative with those silent auction items and the Barrel of Chances. That's going to be a lot of fun. Now, isn't there something else that people can draw on? Is there a wine poll? Tell us a little bit about that.
There is a wine poll. So for $25, you get to pick a numbered cork out and then pull a mystery bottle of wine with the associated numbers. And we've got a lot of really great donations, including several bottles from 5 of our Arizona vineyards over in the Verde Valley. So very excited about that.
That's a lot of fun. And I've seen folks out there after the wine poll sometimes going over there. It's like trading cards, like, hey, what'd you get? Oh, I have an Italian red and from Tuscany, and someone else says, oh, well, I've got a French Bordeaux. It's a white, and they're like, well, do you want to trade? And so I see people out there trading wines, but it's a really fun thing to take your chance. $25 a chance.
$25 a chance. Bottle values range from $25 to I think up to $120 this year. So you could get something really nice.
That's fantastic. That's a lot of fun. And how many people? We cap it at 300. Yep. And so tickets are going quickly right now. CharlotteHallMuseum.org. What if I'm not into the computers? Is there a way you can call the museum and reach one of you to buy your tickets?
Yeah, they can call our main number, which is I don't know what her main number is. 928-277. I don't remember her main number. Anyway, they could also call me at 928-277-2015, I think is my number. And leave a message if I don't answer, and I'll get back to you and help you buy those tickets.
I do. The main number is, let's read it out loud here, 928-445-3122. That's right. Call 928-445-3122 to get your tickets today for charlottehallmuseum.org.
Under the events tab.
Under the events tab at Charlotte Cellar. Look for it. Go to the events tab and scroll down and buy them online, or call that number, 928-445-3122, to buy your tickets today. And this is an event that what I always love to see is the people who come back year after year. It's like a reunion, a community reunion here at Sharlot Hall. And everyone always looks forward to the surprises, because each year the chefs come up with something new. And I think that's always the fun part is suddenly in. So,
and we do have one or two new vendors this year. Pangea Bakery and Cafe is new this year, and I guess that's.
I know Gingerly Cater's got 2 entries this year.
She does have 2, and she's doing 2 different things. One, she was just on the podcast.
Yeah, Mercy had a lot of great things to say. Yeah. We're interested to find out what she's gonna serve this year, because she brings a Gulf Coast, Florida, Southern Arizona style of cooking. It's a real great mashup. It's very unique, her food style. It's almost unique to her.
Oh yeah, she's very creative. We use her a lot for some of our other events. And sometimes she tests out new menu items with us, and she's like, "What do you guys think about that?" And then she takes them out and puts it onto her menu.
Wonderful. Well, we're going to take another quick break, thank our sponsors, and come back and talk more about Prescott's premier wine tasting event, Charlotte Cellar at Sharlot Hall Museum, and we'll be right back on Arizona Roundup.
For over 45 years, Blind Brothers Arizona has been the heart of window style in Prescott. From blinds, shutters, drapes, they custom design and install with the expert precision. Tailored to you, whether for your home or office. Trust the name locals rely on. Visit blindbrothersaz.com today or call 928-776-1845 for a free consultation. Blind Brothers Arizona, the original since 1979. At Foothills Bank, they're not just about banking. They're about people, community, and building futures. Whether you're managing personal finances, growing your business, planning for retirement, or buying your dream home, their friendly team is there to guide you every step of the way. Stop by your local Foothills Bank today. It's more than just banking. It's a partnership for success. Foothills Bank is a division of Glacier Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Arizona Roundup with Stuart Rosebrook at Sharlot Hall Museum. We are talking here today with Sally Jackson and Amber Faith about Charlotte Cellar and our big fundraiser coming up here on the 16th of May from 4 to 7 p.m. It's going to be a great evening here of celebration at Sharlot Hall. And one of the things we were talking about in the break was all the great things that people can purchase or bet on in the silent auction. You got to win it. You got to compete for it, as well as the the barrel of chances. Now, Amber, you were saying we have a couple things that are brand new, or at least there's the Talking Rock. People come back every year to try to win the Talking Rock event special. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so Talking Rock is a very generous supporter of Sharlot Hall, and they have agreed to donate a golf foursome to the silent auction, so that will be available to bid on. And then one of our, and if you haven't been to Talking Rock, it's absolutely beautiful, so definitely recommend trying your luck on that. But one of the more unique items that's new this year is actually a tree installation from Aspen Landscaping. They're a local landscaping company here in Prescott, and they are donating a autumn blaze maple tree. And so they're
Sounds beautiful.
Yeah, so they're gonna donate the tree and the labor to install it in some lucky winner's yard, which is very exciting.
That sounds fantastic.
I think we have some kind of area adventures too, like out of Africa.
Yeah, Out of Africa has donated some tickets, and then one of our baskets, which I'm calling A Train to Greener Pastures, is a day out in the Verde Valley, and it includes a free wine tasting at Page Spring Cellars, which generously donated to our wine pool as well, and tickets to the Verde Canyon Railway. So you'll get to take
I'm gonna look at that
very
one.
scenic trip through the Verde Valley.
I
with
still
that
need to
one.
do that river trip, that train trip up the Verde River. That sounds like a good one to
Yeah.
put your name down on. And this is a 21 and older event.
Yes.
And
And I know that when people arrive, it's very elegant as people come in our gates, get a glass of champagne.
or sparkling wine,
or sparkling grape juice, right?
Right.
And a map, so that
Yep.
a lot of people look at that map right away as they're enjoying their sparkling grape juice or sparkling champagne, and to figure out, what restaurants are here, where should I start? It's kind of like being a little bit of an amusement park of food and wine.
And some people stake out they go to a table and stake it out, hold it for their friends. Others just enjoy sitting around on our own benches and our walls. And I know, at the end of the night, they are going to, each year we give a really unique gift, thank you for coming. And this year is a miniature, I'm not going to say the word right, charcuterie board.
Ooh, how fun is that?
You could use as a coaster, as a small dish, or it fits perfectly on the top of a wine glass.
Oh, so you can walk around with your little tasty treats from one of our vendors, one of our beautiful, wonderful
Or if
restaurants.
you don't want to use it for that, then, we do supply plates, of course.
Right, and sometimes little gnats want to join in on the wine dance. You can keep your glass covered with your little
Right,
charcuterie
right.
board. That's really
Yeah.
cool. Well, Sharlot Hall's annual premier wine tasting event, May 16th, 4 to 7 p.m. Tickets are $125. Tickets are running quickly. You need to go online to charlottehallmuseum.org, click on the events, and scroll down, buy your tickets today. We look forward to your support. If you'd like to be a patron or a sponsor or just help support the event, your money, all the profits go to support our mission here at the museum. And we are almost a 100-year museum. We are going to be celebrating our 98th year here on June 11th.
Yeah.
It's coming up to our centennial here pretty quick.
Stuart, sometimes people are, well, I can't make the event, but I wish I could support you. And maybe they know somebody who they could buy a ticket for.
That's a great idea. It's a great gift, and it introduces them to the museum. Maybe they have some friends here in the area or the state, and they're looking for somewhere to go for the weekend to come up to Prescott, book themselves at a local hotel. We've got some wonderful hotels here in town, or here locally. Many people have been living here for a while but haven't been over to the museum. It's a great way to introduce you to the fun of our community that supports our museum. We are very blessed with a lot of great supporters and this community event. And as you mentioned in one of the breaks, when folks come over to this event on May 16th, they'll be able to raise a glass to Charlotte. Charlotte's statue by Sharlot Hall statue in the Rose Garden by Heather Johnson Perry. I have a feeling there's going to be a few pictures taken in a couple of weeks with Charlotte.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen it in person, but I've seen several pictures of it, the statue being developed along the way, and it's really going to be amazing. It really is.
Yeah,
She's
it's
done
like
a wonderful job capturing it.
And it's bronze. It has a patina on it. It's over 7 foot tall. It's centered perfectly as she'll be her hand out, reaching out, greeting our guests here at the museum. And she's really her presence and her smile, her personality, just every angle you look at her, I've just seen the photographs too, really is going to inspire people as they come into the museum. It's only the second statue of a named woman on state property. The first one was her good friend Francine Munns, which is at Wesley Boland Plaza in Prescott, and now Sharlot Hall
In
here.
Phoenix.
In Phoenix, Wesley Boland Plaza in Phoenix at the state capitol. That's right. And now here in Prescott, the territorial capital, the first capital of Arizona, we now have Sharlot Hall here at Sharlot Hall Museum. And she's in the Rose Garden, which, now let's say a little bit about the Rose Garden, which I think it's so special that she is being placed there because we're the second largest rose garden in the state of Arizona, outside of the one in Mesa.
And the full name is the Territorial Women's Rose Garden.
Right.
And it's representative of all the women who came here during the territorial days and planted seeds to make it possible for all the future women who are in the state. So
yeah, it's beautiful. And is it well over 200 roses we have here?
I think it's close to 280.
Yeah, right. Almost nearly 300 roses on our campus.
Yeah. And
I think it's nearly 500 women that are represented.
Well, no, more than that.
More than that now?
Because I know personally I've got to submit 5 bios for my own family. But, and when it was originally planted, there was one bush for one woman. But they decided or came to find out that there were many more women than there were bushes. So it might be representing 500, but it really represents all of them, even if they're not included in the listing.
Right. And then we have some very special beds of irises that have great stories to tell. And as you wander the garden near the transportation hall will be the planting of a new tree, an America 250 tree that was donated by Waters Garden Center. We've nicknamed the tree Bubba. It's a desert willow tree, and that's actually, I think, the name of this variety of desert willow.
And it was my understanding from Ken Waters that the person who created the hybrid of this tree is named Bubba.
I think you're right. So it's Bubba Adams, but we're going to call the tree Bubba. Maybe at some point we'll have some contests with some local school children to name some of our other trees.
And the Sharlot Cellar is a great way to come and visit us as the Arboretum that we were named last year.
Right. And greeting everyone is the tree we received last year from the George Crook chapter of the Daughters of American Revolution. Greeting everyone as they come in the front gate is our Liberty tree, a gorgeous tree. And so we are blessed with support from all corners of our community. We're going to take another break and thank our sponsors of Arizona Roundup, and we'll be right back for our final segment with a preview of upcoming events following Sharlot Cellar on May 16th.
If you're looking for the store that has everything, Prescott True Value Hardware might be your answer. From having that part to fix your leaky faucet, to decorating your garden with charm, they've got it all, and a friendly face to match. For over 30 years, they've proudly served Prescott, supporting neighbors like you and local nonprofits along the way. Visit Prescott True Value Hardware. They're more than just a hardware store.
Thank you, Stuart, and thank you, Sally and Faith, for keeping us informed. And we'll get the rest of the story on the fourth quarter of the program, and we'll get all of the good details. Sounds exciting. I know right now there are a lot of people who are not close by to the Prescott Mile High Cowboy City. Wish we could make it there, but of course, those of you who are in the arena, in the area, make sure that you enjoy this very special event. And it sounds wonderful. By the way, we want to thank not only the community of Prescott, but of course the businesses that help sponsor not only this Arizona Roundup program, but they also are very much involved in the support of the entire Sharlot Hall Museum that is becoming a really world-renowned attraction. Not only a place of exhibits, but entertainment, education, and performances. By the way, our Living History series is coming up on May 9th, so check the calendar at the charlottehallmuseum.org website and find out what might be some of the living history events that you would like to take in, and then make a point of doing just that. Well, we need to finish up and know how that we can get ready for the wonderful garden party that's coming up. So here we go. Back to the program.
Welcome back to Arizona Roundup with Stuart Rosebrook at Sharlot Hall Museum in Prescott, Arizona. My special guests today are Development and Marketing Director Sally Jackson and Development and Membership Specialist Amber Faith, our dynamic duo of our development team here at Sharlot Hall Museum. And we are been having a great afternoon talking about Prescott's premier wine tasting event, Sharlot Cellar, which will be here at the museum on Saturday, May 16th, 2026 from 4 to 7 p.m. It is our big fundraiser of the year that supports our mission of preserving our history, promoting our culture, education, and each year it also then supports our programs like lectures and pop-up programs and our tours of school children and seniors and adults that come from around the world. And it's just a very special evening to come here and support one of Arizona's premier museums, Arizona State's premier museum in central and northern Arizona, a museum that Sharlot Hall herself started in 1928. And we are very thankful for all of our sponsors of this wonderful event. And it's events like this that help us put on our monthly living history programs, our Twilight Tales, and our special event coming up July 3rd, American Heritage Day, and of course, our parade entry this year. So, Sally and Amber, what do you guys got cooked up for us in May? And let's talk about some of the events then coming up between May and June and July.
Well, May, the big one is Sharlot Cellar. And, we have other things going on. The second Saturday of the month is the Living History Day. And we have author series and, lots of things.
Parker
listed.
Anderson's going to be talking about his latest book coming up this
Speaking
month.
of the Verde Valley,
That's
Cemeteries in the Verde Valley.
His new book, The Cemeteries of Verde Valley. That's right.
And then, we start off June with our Twilight Tales series for the summer. And that one is going to be a bluegrass group. It's a young family, all youth. And they're called the Arizona Wildflowers. Tickets are on our website now. And they have already performed on the Grand Ole Opry.
Oh, that's remarkable. So this is the national talent that is coming here to Sharlot Hall. And one of the things that I think is interesting about Sharlot Hall Museum and Prescott is we were really one of the firsts of any community in the state, art-wise, culture. We've led the way for a long time, and we're a very important music city in state history. And to bring this Arizona group in that's been on the Grand Ole Opry, that's remarkable.
And they're a family, but they're under 18 years old. So
how about that?
And I don't know how young the youngest is, but when you look at the photo on our website, I think it's a boy, and he's pretty young. But they're very talented. They have quite a following. Those tickets will go fast.
It's like the second coming of the Carter family. I'm looking forward to that.
And then in July, we have Gail Steiger
and Amy Ocker are coming here to celebrate cowboy poetry and cowboy music. Gail is the grandson of Gail Gardner, who wrote Tie a Knot in the Devil's Tale. And he is a renowned cowboy poet on his own. And his wife, Amy Ocker, is a very well-known author, poet. And the two of them bring a great style and a lot of fun to the music and the cowboy culture.
So then in August, we have, for our third Twilight Tales series this summer, Earnest Love, presented by Don Bayer. And it's a presentation and a performance about how Ernest Love's mother, what she went through in trying to bring his body back to the United States.
Yeah, and Ernest Love, for our listeners, should know, he and Frank Luke were both Arizona Air heroes in World War I. Frank Luke from the Phoenix area, Ernest Love here from the Prescott area. We have Frank Luke Air Force Base in the Phoenix area. And here in Prescott, Ernest Love, his good friend. And there's a famous picture of the two of them in Paris before they went off to combat in 1917. And Ernest Love, we should note, Bill Nebaker cast and created a statue to Ernest Love at the Prescott Municipal Airport, which is one of the first statues placed here in public to a named person city land or county land, and he's quite an American hero. And I've heard great things about this presentation.
Yeah, just going back to what we started talking about in the very beginning, the statue of Sharlot Hall, our dedication for her, for the statue, is on Saturday, May 2nd, and there will be a proclamation read that day that includes the artist, Heather Johnson Berry, as well as, the Sharlot Hall Proclamation Day.
Yeah, it's going to be the city of Prescott has a very special announcement to make that day. And so a lot of fun events to plan on ahead of time. Do we, on the Twilight Tales, you can go to our website. Is that right, Amber? What's our website?
Yeah, it's charlottehallmuseum.org. If you look under the events tab, all of those tickets are on sale.
No, actually, the tickets aren't. The only ones that are out there so far are the ones for June.
Oh,
but there's
right.
information about the
Yes.
about the events, and then as we get the tickets out, you'll find out about it. I want to mention one thing that we're bringing back that we've been asked about many times since I arrived, and that's the Folk Music Festival. This will be our 42nd Folk Music Festival. It took a pause from about 2020 until now, and on October 3rd, we will be bringing back a one-day festival. We'll have over 50 acts, and we'll have a headliner opening Friday night, and then the festival will be all day Saturday.
Can we announce who that headliner is yet?
Not yet.
All right. And just prior to that, we have, we're really kind of packing it in with some great events this year. July 3rd, the Friday before the 250th anniversary of our country, July 4th, 2026. On July 3rd, here in Prescott, Arizona, live at Sharlot Hall Museum, a brand new special day, American Heritage Day, an old-fashioned family 4th of July celebration, fun and games, hot dogs, apple pie, cherry pie, blueberry pie,
watermelon,
all kinds of old-fashioned games. We're going to have a children's parade. We're having the brass band, reenactors, living history. I mean, are you guys getting excited for that 4th of July fest?
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
Oh, yeah. And the reading of the Declaration of Independence.
And the reading of the Declaration of Independence, something they did here on July 4th, 1864. And we're going to recreate the reading of that Declaration of Independence. We have the Sons of American Revolution coming to post the colors. And we have our very own Candace Devine, local Prescott singer, songwriter, entertainer. She is going to sing the national anthem that day. It's going to be quite a day here. It's 10 to 3, 10 to 4 that day.
Yep.
It's free for 17 and under, free to members, and $5 for adults. And
Pretty good deal.
It's a great deal, and it's going to be a very unique and special event. We're going to host that event every year going forward. Is that right, Amber?
Yes, it's going to become one of our new signature events.
Right? And so families that are coming up and friends and anyone coming up to the valley looking for or the area all over Prescott, you want to do something prior to parade day, this is going to be a special event here in Prescott.
Yep.
Sally, any last word on Sharlot Cellar coming up?
Get your tickets before they're gone.
All right, Amber, anything you want to add to your silent auction?
Yeah, plan to bid high.
I love it. That's right. Bid high, bid often, and bid a lot. It all goes to a great cause, Sharlot Hall Museum, and our mission here, helping educate people on our history and heritage at Sharlot Hall Museum, May 16th, 4 to 7. We look forward to seeing everybody here. Go to charlottehallmuseum.org to buy your tickets today. Thanks for listening this week on Arizona Roundup.